Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching and truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled The Importance of the Comforter. Lord will, you are edified. Video was inspired from the TikTok platform, the Associated Press, per use.
Day is like, I'm not out here to inspire the next generation of golfers. I'm not here to inspire somebody else to be the best player in the world, because what's the point? This is not a fulfilling life. It's fulfilling from the sense of accomplishment, but it's not fulfilling from a sense of like the deepest, places of your heart. There's a lot of
Meaning what? He's talking about the spirit.
people that make it to what they thought was going to fulfill them in life, and then you get there and all of a sudden you get to number one in the world, and then they're like, what's the point? And I really do believe that, because
We have something so fucking special, man. So let's go to Jeremiah 6 and 16, right? Thus said Yahweh, stand you in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. What? The old paths referring to this truth. Where is the good way? This is the good way. And walk therein, meaning our conduct. And you shall find rest for your spirits. And that's the point. Finding rest for our spirits. But they said we will not walk therein, meaning who? The non-elect outside of America and the 2/3 that are located within America, right? So let's go to um, um, this is Matthew chapter 25. Let me just get to the point. Salakia. Let me see. Hold on. Let me try it again. Okay. Matthew chapter 25 and 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, you blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Okay, so before the formulation of the world, the elect was predestined to receive the kingdom of heaven, starting with 144,000. Verse 35, for I was an hungered, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. From a spiritual sense as well, I was a stranger, and you took me in from a spiritual sense through the art of teaching. Verse 36, naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. Prison from a spiritual sense, right? So now we are free via the Holy Spirit. We understand why we are in the condition we are in. We understand what happened, why it happened, okay, and how it's going to end, most importantly. And we have what? Living waters, which continue to hydrate us from a spiritual sense. Let's go to John, the 4th chapter, right? And that golfer doesn't have living water. John 4 and 13. And this is what Yahushua was informing this heathen woman. Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drink of this water shall thirst again. That physical water located within that well. But whosoever drinks of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. Going back into what? Jeremiah chapter 6 and 16. And you shall find rest for your spirits because of this living water. But whosoever drinks of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. Since we came into this truth, yeah, we have afflictions, tribulations, thorn in our side, but at the end of the day, we remain spiritually hydrated. And whenever our cup gets low, we can always open up the scriptures and read, pray and fast, right, to get that spiritual water, as well as fellowship and be around the Akim, which is fellowshipping and watching videos. But whosoever drink of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. And that's literal, right? So let me get the Comforter. John 14 and 15. If you love me, keep my commandments. Yahweh shall speak it, and I will pray the Father, I will beg the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that it may abide with you forever. This is how we are not hungry from a spiritual sense. This is how we came out of that spiritual prison. This is the reason why we have found rest for our spirit. Okay? And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that it may abide with you forever. And the comforter, Yahweh Shai, coming in the volume of the book, giving us the spirit to understand. Because when you think about the Holy Spirit, right, the Holy Spirit is nothing but awareness, understanding of the wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Shai, right? And this dynamic, it works like information from Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, administered by the angels on that elected person, starting with 144,000. So, and I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, right? That it may abide with you forever, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive. See, that golfer cannot receive it, because it see him not. Neither knoweth him, but you know him, for he dwell with you and shall be in you. Meaning what? The comforter. Right? So even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because the world see it not, neither know it, but you know it, for it dwell with you and shall be in you. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. But at the end of the day, it's our responsibility to engage with Yahweh Shai. Okay, it's our responsibility. However, everything is still predestined. So the Most High is going to give us a spirit to engage with Yahweh Shai, right? This is the last precept. Temporal. 2 Corinthians 4 and 17. For our light affliction, everything we're going through now, which is but for a moment, and we're at the end of this moment, work for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, the kingdom of heaven, which is an everlasting kingdom. While we look not at the things which are seen in this world and the accomplishments of this world, but at the things which are not seen, the kingdom of heaven. For the things which are seen are temporal, meaning what? It fades away. It's only for a moment. But the things which are not seen are eternal, and we see this via the Holy Spirit. See, we're not in the state of this man, right? Defeated, a top golfer, accomplished everything he wanted to as a little boy, and look at him, still not satisfied, because he have the earthly things, but he doesn't have the spiritual things, which is far more important. Lord will, this was edifying. Shalom.